Hello everybody, Skippy Gamer here. Welcome to my video review of Dragon Warrior. This is the first game in the Dragon Quest series. Yes, it is. Yes. For those who don't know, the reason it's called Dragon Warrior instead of Dragon Quest, it's because of some licensing rights that Japan and the US had on certain games. It would be a while before us Americans get to the title rights to the name Dragon Quest. So, do I think this game is great for the first game, or just okay? Well, let's press the start button and find out. Story. The story is basic. The story begins with you face to face with the king of your home kingdom. He tells you, in a Shakespearean way, that the Dragon Lord is about to take over the world. And it's up to us, descendant of someone named Edric, to stop him, and to save the princess of the land. Later, in the first dungeon, you find a tablet with a message from your ancestor, Edric, saying to gather all 3 of the tablets, which are scattered across the land, to fight the evil Dragon Lord. And your quest begins! The story feels pretty basic than epic so far. I mean, it's your basic, defeat the Demon Lord and get the princess type of story. I mean, it probably gets better later, but I am not holding my breath. I guess starting with that sort of story is a good idea for a first of the series, but I heard the first Final Fantasy game's story, and that went from simple story to some cool plot twist. With everything I said and more, I decided to give story 1 star. Music. The music is pretty basic too. I mean, I understand it's an NES game, but still, certain sounds and music didn't appeal to me that much. But I am not hating the sound and music. I do think it's okay, but not awe-inspiring, if you know what I mean. With that in mind and more, I decided to give music 1 star. Graphics. The graphics are pretty basic. The environment is detailed alright. The character sprites, on the other hand, seems bland in color. Although the other stuff, like the trees, mountains, and other stuff, is good for a Super Nintendo game, even in battle. Even the enemies in battle are detailed very well for an NES game. During me writing the script for graphics, I was wondering if it deserves a better score than what I originally was going to give it. But after some time to think, I decided to give graphics 2 stars. Gameplay. The gameplay does kind of play well, with some flaws. No, I guess not. After all, no video game will ever be perfect. Yes. Didn't I already mention that we'd get into that in the future? Anyways, one flaw is its interactions with stuff and places. Instead of things set in different options like check and talk, everything is set in a couple of separate options. And I think it's too many options. I mean, look at these. It's ridiculous. Even the stairs options. I mean, we don't need an option like that. And finding the right option on how to open a treasure chest does take me a little longer to find than it should be, which is ridiculous. I have a feeling they changed this later on in the series, so I am glad of that. Although I hope they did it in the second game. Also, how you move around at times is wonky, if that's the right word I should use. What I mean is, if I wanted to move in any direction, I have to hold the button down. If I tap, it'll just turn him to the direction. Even if I tap the direction of my character where he is facing quickly, he doesn't move. I have to hold the button down to move. And one more thing I will mention is that the price for the items, equipment, and the inn, each of them are like 10 to 100 gil. Now, I guess all of that wouldn't be so bad, but the battles give you 1 or 2 gils, nothing more. I know, it's terrible. And there is times you have to heal at an inn to heal up, and you do take damage during battle, a lot. And the inn is like 6 gil, and due to the fact that each battle gives you only 1 to 2 gils per battle, and the equipment you need, like swords, shields, and armor, are like 10 to 100 gils. Do the math on all of that, and it seems impossible to grind that well. Although, I did find a system that worked out well in grinding. But I kinda forgot what I did. So, it is possible, but it's very difficult. Although, the game does have auto-spawns, and they're as random as ever. And there was one time where it did take me a while to find a battle, and while that was nice for me, it actually wasn't that nice at that moment because I was actually looking for a fight to get some grinding in. And there were other times that it would do another battle right after a battle was already over, which was frustrating. So yeah, I wasn't a fan of the auto-spawns in this game. But honestly, it really isn't that bad as Earthbound Zero. Okay, now Earthbound Zero's auto-spawns were downright terrible. But this one's is better and balanced than Earthbound Zero, so yeah, that's a good sign. Although, I was thankful that the first dungeon of the game didn't have any auto-spawns at all. Which was awesome, and I wish it was in other RPG games for a lot of the dungeons in their games also. Which was awesome. Other than that, and the flaws I mentioned, the gameplay is fine. And with all of this in mind, I think the game was a bit frustrating for the first game of the Dragon Quest franchise. But hey, a lot of the games back in the day were hard. Some are worse than others. So I can't blame it for being so hard. But either way, it is at times wasn't very enthusiastic. I guess I had a lot on my mind during me making the footage of this game, even the scores. But either way, this is what I think about the game. With everything I said and more, I decided to give gameplay 1 star. With everything I said and more, I decided to give this game 1 star with a bronze medal. And I guess I can recommend it to some Dragon Quest fans who might want to start the series there, but if any of you want to look for like a great story or an easy RPG, then this is not the game for you. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. This is a quick upload other than other reviews, and I guess I could call this a rushed video, but I just realized this probably taking me a whole year to make these redo reviews, if you think about it. Well, maybe half a year, but technically, I really want to be done with these redo reviews, so yeah, I'm just trying to work very hard, even if I have to rush on certain stuff on these redo reviews, but yeah, I guess I want to let you know in case this feels like rushed or anything like that. Yeah. So expect the other two reviews, which I have 2 reviews left. Awesome. Although you may see another redo of my entire 5 days of gameplay of Super Mario Brothers. I'll try to explain why there, but yeah. So expect those. So goody, we're almost done. Alright, so thanks for watching, everybody. If you like what you saw today, be sure to like the video. If you like the channel you saw today, be sure to subscribe to my channel. When you comment, no swearing in the comments. Tell friends and family about this channel, and I guess I'll see you guys next time. Alright, see you next time, everybody. Man, this maze is hard. I keep bumping into walls. But I will admit, the corn maze around me was actually way harder than this. So this is kind of like child's play. But either way, so many dead ends.